open up the next morning with Thrar and Kirian at the Forsaken Inn. You're in the common room, and it smells of stale ale and wet leather. The fire is nearly spent from the long night. Both of you are staring at porridge that tastes more like boot boiled in water, dishwater. You've both ascertained that maybe this has been reheated 3 days in a row. And it was expensive. Most folk are asleep or they're gone. Only the crumbling light and the clink of spoons remain within the Forsaken Inn. Kirian and Thrar, you've been picking at hard biscuits in that porridge for a long while now. You made a bet to see who could eat the most of it or all of it first. After 2 bites, you both simply stare at the bowl. What do you do to get out of this bet?
I think perhaps we were hasty in placing bets based on the quality of the food here. Perhaps we should put a pin on this and reevaluate at some other time. I don't think I have a stomach strong enough for this.
Well, it takes a lot to admit to that, but it's clear that this porridge or watered what used to be some kind of oat is hard to keep down even for a ranger. We could postpone it or even just call it a draw. Keep both our honors intact.
I am grateful for that offer, and I will gladly take it, and I will shake your hand over the bowls and then put it to the side.
Great, so the innkeeper comes around and he sees these bowls, but he's not taking them away. So what do you tell him, as you've not really touched them?
Oh, that we were talking to a dwarf, right?
Kirian and Thrar are talking right now. You're currently not in the scene.
Oh, I see.
They've made a bet over very expensive porridge. They've come to a draw, and now the innkeeper has sort of passed them around. He's cleaning things up, and has ignored that they have pushed the bowls to the side, and they're very much uninterested in these. So what do you do to grab his attention without offending him? Because, you know, he's very happy to take a lot of money from you to sell you this porridge and these very hard biscuits.
Are there dogs around? Did I see any dogs belonging to the innkeeper or even a traveler?
Yeah, he's got a dog by the back bar. A little scruffy, kind of, you know, mangy sort of dog, about mid-size, sleeping.
I will, carrying my bowl, walk up to the bar, timing it so that he's on the opposite end of the room, and try to subtly offer the bowl to the dog.
Alright, can you give me a stealth check?
Stuff. I have only one tip. Oh boy. I'm gonna spend a hope. Maybe. No, that won't do it. That is an 11. That is an 11. My target is 15.
Okay, so as you're walking over to the dog gets up and comes over to the bowl, which attracts the innkeeper's attention as you're kind of offering it to him. And the innkeeper gives you a look that is a little disgruntled, and the dog also sniffs the porridge and walks away.
Charming.
There's an exterior noise outside, and before there's a bit of a noise, and a farmer enters in through the back area and begins talking to the innkeeper, and you're able to overhear some of the words that they're saying. He's talking to him, and he seems pretty excited. He's maybe in his 40s, and what he hears is that rats had taken his roof almost clean off last spring, and he had essentially moved from. He's about a mile behind. You have the East Road, and he's about a mile south of the East Road, and east a little bit, kind of in these farm countries of not too far away from the Forsaken Inn. And he's been pretty much held up in the Forsaken Inn, and he's noticed that there's less rats. You don't really hear a little bit else, so can one of you give me like an awareness check? See if you can kind of hear what he's saying. Both of you can do that.
Sure.
Awareness. Nope, that's a 9.
I got a 17. So, it's my awareness. If it's 2 pips, I'm just trying to remember. It's 2 6-sided die and 8 die.
Yep.
Okay.
If unless it's check the square box, then it's with 2 feet die. I think higher.
Okay, so I got 17, an 8, a 5, and a 4. Which my target number is 14.
Excellent. So, yeah, you're able to pick out what he's saying, and he's telling the bartender, they seem to kind of be friends, that it seems like ever since that omen or phenomena happened a few weeks ago in the sky with the moon, that the rats have dissipated. And he's getting excited about maybe being able to have his farm work this year, so he's letting him know that he's heading off to Bree to get spring supplies to rebuild his farm up. And the innkeeper, you can hear him say, if you're after proper coin, go pry Sundrill open. Treasure in old stones, they say, if a man's fool enough to grub around through the refuse of Cardolin's ruins. Tandon chuckles into his cup. I'm a farmer, not a fool.
I would not have heard this. That would have been Kieran, yes.
Kieran would have heard it.
Yeah. So I went to Farrar. Well, it sounds like this fellow has noticed change in behavior of rats after that omen in the sky that we saw. Wonder what that could be all about.
That is very strange. I've not known rats to be that bright to change their mood and their habits at the whim of a moon. But perhaps that moon was a sign of even more things than we guessed.
Yeah, and I wonder if there are other events that happen throughout, small events, and that is in these villages that have happened that have been of a strange coincidence too. I noticed that it seems to be related perhaps to animals.
Perhaps we should ask the innkeep. Maybe he knows of more tales. I would warrant that a member of your guild might have a better chance of getting information out of him than a simple dwarf.
Well, I could give it a go. Our folk aren't always looked upon too kindly everywhere, but I agree. He might be more willing to talk to a human. And I will ask.
Excellent. So you're heading up to go talk to them?
I'm gonna go talk to the innkeeper.
Yeah, they're kind of over by the fireplace area. You have the bar kind of more to the south of the building. The fireplace is more to the north of the building, but it's pretty empty, so they're chatting over there.
Yeah.
So you head up to him. See you standing there. What can I do for you?
Hello. Well, I overheard you talking about rats having strange behavior after that weird omen in the sky. Has that been happening in other parts of these towns as well? Animals doing strange things after that omen?
The strangest thing, I just heard from Farmer Tendon what's happening there, but I think the strangest thing I'd ever see an animal do is maybe eat that porridge you tried to feed him or your friend did.
Oh, you said try to?
Yeah, can't blame them for trying, but it's the food we got. So if it's not good enough for you guys, I don't know what to tell you.
Right. And why did you suggest to him to head out to Cardolan? When I know those tombs can be a person, even of his farmer stature, even the bravest person, those ruins can be very dangerous.
Oh, yes, you're likely to find both treasure and death down there, and who knows, but maybe nothing. I was joking about Sundrel because, since the Kings of Cardolan, there's nothing down there but dust. Broken years, probably better left forgotten. Probably better left not to talk about or even laugh about, but it's a sad business, our history. Likely there's something out there or down there, maybe. There's rumors of it because if the bandits haven't picked it over the thousands of years or hundreds of years, there's likely something of value there, maybe, if somebody's fool enough to go look for it.
How far are these to this area from here?
Cardolan's or was kingdom, large area. I couldn't speculate on the absolute size, but I would imagine it would be it's big. It's a big area, hundreds and hundreds of miles, I would say, or was. So with that, you hear, or something catches both of you and Thrar's eye out the window, because you can both see one of the windows by the fireplace, and you see Aldier. And she's talking to two men by a barn. So we're gonna cut from you guys outside, and we're gonna go back a little bit in time. Not too far back, just a couple hours. Morning comes slow and dark, with only a hint of lighter blues in the black sky. It is a thin and colorless in this winter morning. For some it is too late, and others too early. Snow lies heavy against the inn stone walls. Smoke seeps from a cracked chimney. Aldier, you do not need much sleep, and you did not sleep much. You stepped outside very early to welcome the new day before it was even awake. Outside, near the door, a dying campfire smolders and a ruffian snores. To your right, there is a barn that leans half supported by the bramble hay wall that towers about and around it like a thorny mouth consuming the structure. The hay wall, you have learned, goes for miles towards Weathertop. The marsh, the Midgewater marshes, lie in front of you, and beyond on the other side of the east road, frozen. So you have the barn, you have the marshes in front of you. Looking across the marshes, a pale fog rises, and in a breath far off in the fog appears a white doe. Its coat catching what little light there is as if it carried dawn within it. It does not startle, it simply stands and looks at you. There is sorrow in its stillness and a strange grace about it. Like the echo of a song you can almost remember. When you blink, it is gone. The mist closes, and the first light of sun warms the sky. Then a noise on the east road comes. A man staggers and gashes across his chest. He collapses beside the barn. Two locals grab him as he falls. He's whispering something to them, and within minutes he is dead. The two men fetch a wheelbarrow and begin arguing about what to do.
Party's not close to me, correct? They're asleep.
They are inside at this point, probably making their bet about porridge and who can eat the most of it. That's where we're gonna get you guys synced up a little bit. But you're a little...
I would like to stride forward to the two wheelbarrowing fellows who are arguing, and say, "This is quite alarming. May I help you in any way?"
So what you see is one man. He's very thick. He's got frost in his beard, and you see another one who is very lanky with a crooked smile. And they're kind of putting him in this wheelbarrow. And they look at you and say, no, we just got him. The lanky one's like, no, we actually just got him in the wheelbarrow, but maybe we could help you. He gave us a little information. And let's go back just a second. As you were walking up, the thing they were arguing about is the lanky guy was saying, no, we can't dump him in the hay wall. Rats. And the other man said, we could burn him. But what he said, that information's worth more than the road he came down on. We could take him to Bree, maybe sell the information, show where it came from. The larger man says, I'm not walking 20 miles to Bree for a scrap of coin. And then the lanky man said, nobody, we could dump him in Midgewater. Nobody minds there. And that's when you've come in and offered help.
I'm sorry, what did he say? May I know?
Oh, yes, I'd be happy to tell you the information that he shared with us. He puts out his hand and he's asking for some coin.
How much is he asking for?
Perfect. Shoves it down. Yes, I could tell you all the information you would like. He came up from the East Road. He was one of 6. The rest never made it. He's putting his hand out for some more gold from you.
That was it?
He's asking for more gold. And out as your friends are approaching.
Great, okay, so he just wanted So have we joined in so we can communicate together or not? Because I've been kind of in these places where I'm not used to being out of earshot from my company, and that's how I'm started. I'm starting with my mic and the actual scene, so I'm a little disoriented.
They're about 30 feet away from you coming up.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm trying to just act as if I'm not conscientious of them. I'm doing my own thing. I watched this beautiful sunrise over this nasty coffee, and
There's no coffee in Middle Earth.
okay, right.
Jeez.
Elven powder in my water. Okay. So I'm definitely like, what use is this body in the places you're talking about? 3 different locations. Sorry, actually, hold on. How would I say this more normally? Fellow, what are they called? Fellow acquaintances.
I'm Nibs. This is Hal. Yeah,
Hi, Nibs and
I'm
Hal. My
Hal.
name is Aldier. It seems quite the sad story to see. I'm a descendant of guards and a future guard myself. It is a shame to have such trauma in during your. This man seems honorable and deserves an honorable burial. How can I ease the burden so we can begin the task of putting him in the ground? And whereabouts does his hail from?
So you said he looks honorable. What about him? Can you actually do a scan check?
Sure. Well, you said guarding something on the East Road. I guess I assumed. So this. You're right. I should have not said honorable. It's the beginning warm-up conversation. So he seems to have a party. Is he the only one of his tribe or coat of arms? Is what I'm asking.
You asking Nibs? Yep. Or are you asking me?
This is becoming a little bit unsustainable. So I am going to either take a full paragraph from you guys, or I'm just going to take my money elsewhere.
At this point, because you've been talking for a little bit, Thrar and Kyrian are at your side.
Great. Why don't I let them talk to the humans? No. Thanks.
Thrar will see a body dumped hastily in a wheelbarrow and will walk up and take a look at the fellow.
Good.
Tyrion, I'm a little shocked by what I'm seeing here. Is a dead body in a wheelbarrow and 2 scruffy-looking guys, and hastily ask, is this your doing? And I look at the 2. I look at the 2 men.
Okay. So, Aldi, did you want to say anything with your friends approached?
Hello, Kyrian. Hello, Thar. I am haggling for information from these wonderful men who are carrying a unknown man who just died in front of our eyes, and they are considering their investment on this body, and so am I.
Hal blushes a little bit at being called a wonderful man, and leans in. He's like, "Are you a male dwarf or a female, or a male elf or a female elf?"
Regarding this body, it doesn't matter
Okay.
at all.
And at the same time, Nibs.
I mean, the body in front of us, not my body.
Nibs is answering Kyrian by motioning. Do you think we could do this? And Thrar, could you just do a quick scan check?
Yes, scan is something I'm good at. Okay, and it is a terrible roll. 5, 15. Oh, but it passes. 15, no 10 worse.
Okay, so what you see is the man is wearing a pretty common cloth, nothing necessarily amazing about it, common pants, but he is wearing a very nice leather vest that is blue, has a gash down the front of it with the torn leather and flesh that has been caked and bloodied. This is not fresh, this is an old wound. He has bruises and scratches around him. This is not something that why Kyrian Nibs is going, do you think we could do this? It's not something from a sword or a dagger.
Okay. That's what I was gonna say. So I can, without doing any rolls, I can clearly see that it was not made by any weapon that a human possessed.
Yes, this is fairly savage looking.
Well, I'll point out as Nibs is responding to Kyrian. Despite his appearance, I think he speaks the truth. These gashes look more the work of a beast than a blade.
Hal looks at Nibs and looks at the three of you and says, "Yes, and we have information we can sell."
I don't
Just
think.
looking at him annoyed.
And then I say, guys, he's one of 6, and his whole party died, and sorry. I wish I could backtrack for 1 second, because when Tib or Nib asked me what kind of elf I was, I think that if I was warmed up, I would have been like, and then gotten one of the coins back or not, but whatever. So sorry, but right now, as they say this to you guys, I roll my eyes and I go, gentle sirs, these are with this.
Hal blushes again.
Their coin and my coin are of the same. So I will just repeat what I know from here and then see if giving you further payment is our decision. So Gar, Kyrian, this man, his whole party has been killed. With his last words, he told these two some more information about, we don't know, but they were up the East Road guarding something in the east.
Well, I may just be a simple dwarf, but when a man dies, when anyone dies, I don't think it should be a matter of exchanging coins over hearsay and rumors. If you have something important that could put others at risk, I suggest you're out with it and tell us what he said.
Karen, you have anything you want to?
Well said, Master Dwarf.
And you have already made a bit of profit, given the acquaintances that we are. So I'm no longer interested in one sentence answers as well. You've made enough on myself, and I'm more concerned with this man's burial than paying for men to be pallbearers.
Excellent. So with that, Aldier, you can do a persuade check, and Thrar, please do an awe check for intimidation.
Ah, okay. Let's.
I need to spend a hope.
You have to spend a hope previously, so this is your freebie, and then after that you spend it before you roll.
I haven't rolled.
Oh, you haven't? Shame on me.
Yeah. I was looking at my persuade, and I have 0 favored or dice.
I'm a horrible person.
So I'm adding
Even
a dice
assume.
to my thing. Yeah. I'm rolling now, and I. So I did not win with that. Two and an ISR on.
Ooh, okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
I passed 17. Target number is 15. No success dice.
Okay.
No rewards.
Aldier, your attempt at persuasion is muddled in Hal's brain as you being hard to get and flirtatious, and he likes that a little bit. Not to overstep, but he is a bit of a dullard. So, you, however, did you say you had a Tingwar?
No Tengwars,
Okay.
but I passed with 17 and target number 15.
All right, so he backs up a little bit with Thrar's presence and intimidation. There's a nice barrier there because of you, Thrar, and Nibs steps in front of Hal and says, "Fine. What we know is something large came after them, and that's pretty much it. That they were guarding something, and something large came after them. If you're planning to go down that road, we were thinking of maybe attempting it, but the emotions at the man in the wheelbarrow, the large gash. If your plan was heading east, you might want to try Midgewater or behind the haywall." At that, you hear a mule snort and a wagon wheel come around from the back of the Forsaken Inn as Farmer Tandon comes around the corner on his way to Bree. Okay. Take a breath. So you've all heard some rumors. You've seen a dead courier in a wheelbarrow. You've smelled the road. The snow has stopped, but the wind has not. The world waits for your next step. Which direction do you think is best? You have the haywall track to the south of you that parallels the east road as far as you know. It is a large bramble wall that runs for miles, whispering of old Cardelane ruins and things that still scurry beneath the frost. You have Midgewater marshes north of you, but allows you to also head east, away from this east road terror that may be waiting. This is a frozen marsh, so you would be able to potentially walk on it without having to sludge through. It steams in the dawn, and there was a white doe glimpse in the mist before it became part of the fog. You have the road to Bree, westward. The wagon ruts lead back toward warmth, familiar ground, and the quiet troubles of men. You could head that way. And you have the east road, straight east. The road cuts through some horror where a convoy vanished and something unseen may still be out there. The road waits quietly. Each of you decide which way you want to go and why your characters feels this is the right path. You can change your mind in the coming conversation, but make your first case for the thread you feel fate has led your party to take. Let the table breathe for a moment. And Kyrian, where is fate pulling you?
Fate is pulling Carrion down the East Road. I can elaborate more if you'd like, but
That's good. Just hold on to why. And then Aldier, where's fate pulling you?
That doe was really interesting to me. So as soon as we kind of, I guess, part ways with the two not just men, because I feel like I've given them enough money to do the right thing of burial, and yeah, I think that the going into the forest, I don't think that was just like a normal day. I just see a normal like deer in the mist or something like that. So I'm kind of curious about the mist and the mystery and the magic luring me that direction. Maybe it's just for hunting, a good amount of hunting or something for our meals. I don't know.
And Thrar, where do you feel fate pulling you? What does your logic, your dwarf logic, tell you?
Fate is pulling Thrar also along the East Road. He knows that Henry Birchtree followed the East Road to the Angle. He knows that Beaufort went to Dunland, and that is also the best route to get there. He doesn't want to go back to Bree. And now there's this potential danger, not just to the immediate area, but any man, hobbit, and especially dwarf that travels on the East Road. So that's where he's sort of pulled towards.
Excellent. And before you begin your discussion, so that you know, all the three paths except for Bree do head eastward, but definitely the East Road is the known eastward path. And with that, you look to one another, breath fogging in the cold air. It's time to talk and decide where your party's going.
question. Well, when I said East Road, were you meaning that it meant going like, towards the mountains east?
Yeah, there's going east on the East Road would take you to where essentially you have the Haywall track, which heads east, which is behind this briar wall that was built hundreds of years ago, and it runs parallel to the East Road. You can see it on the map here. There's a little so you guys are here at the Forsaken Inn, and this green is the East Road here. And there's a hay wall and a track that follows this. So there's this massive, like 30-foot briar bramble wall, and so you can kind of duck behind it and follow it.
Can you clarify where the morning, like what direction was I facing when I looked at the morning?
You're facing Midgewater.
Okay. And I apologize. I'm just like, so we're looking up in Midgewater, and is Midgewater still the East Road? No, it's off the East Road.
It's north. It's a moderately large swamp, effectively. That's
Okay, great.
north of the road and east of Checkwood.
Right.
Okay.
So if you're heading down the East Road, it's this path right here, this green road, and then the Midgewater, the doe was seen over here,
Okay.
and then the hay wall you go right behind here for the hay wall, and then the East Road is here. So, and then
Okay.
you have Bree going back. So the three of you were.
I'm gonna clean that up. I want to go to the East Road too. I just enjoyed my coffee and was like, wow, nature, and it is beautiful, but since the clamoring of the death in front of me, I think I've let go of that sensation of that beautiful morning, and I'm with my party. Let's go. This it's intriguing the parties. I don't want to send our party to demise, but I wouldn't mind understanding a little bit more about maybe scouting on what's so important that direction. I guess I'll follow. Sorry, what are your guys' thoughts?
My path, at least, has been drawing me ever eastward in the past few weeks, and after our most recent discoveries, it draws me even more so. This new news of a danger on the road is a danger not just to us were we to go that way, but to all travelers heading east or west. I would not be able to sleep and with a clear conscience, knowing that I had an opportunity to at least put others in a better position.
All right, so we're all in agreement. Is that Kyrian? Go ahead.
Do I know where Lampwater is in relation to where we are right now?
Yes, you come from Lampwater. You're off the top of my head, maybe 200 or 300 miles away. It is west. It's going to be northwest. It's if you're coming from Linden, it is northeast of Linden. And yeah, or if you're looking at the Shire, you're northwest of the Shire, just kind of above the Shire if you keep heading diagonal. So you're up in kind of the Loon area. I'd have to double check my maps, but that's the general throwing a dart and maybe getting it somewhere on the board, and that general vicinity is where Lampwater is.
Okay. Well, I have hoping here of a potential quest to go back to my hometown of Lampwater, but don't know if I am quite ready to go there yet, and do believe this whatever beast or level of danger is on the east may not be wise to cross that road yet. So I'm also very quite interested in your scholarly ambitions as well, Bork, and it would be good to help you find your friend. So I do believe that the East Road is in our future.
Excellent. Okay. So Hobbs and Nibs look at, or Hal and Nibs look at you as they're hearing you both talk, and Hobbs turns to you, Thrar, because obviously you're the one in charge because you intimidated him. Finder's fee.
I think you've gone enough from our party.
He's elbowing Nibs, and Nibs is frustrated. Okay, so...
I think you've gotten your fair share and then some from our party. I feel it's only right that you give this man a proper burial.
I think because of your intimidation that you did, they're going to, at least for the time being, respect what you've just said. So is everybody ready to head out?
Yes.
Okay.
Before we head out, Kyrian would like to give warning to the farmer that is on his way to Bree along the road.
Oh.
Yes. Hello?
Oh, farmer. It's I know you may be heading towards Bree. You just come across a man that has been brutally attacked by some sort of beast along the road. All I do not know what kind of beast it may have been, but all I can ask is take very much caution if you decide to go along this road to Bree. We'll go a roundabout way if you have to. But I don't know what you may encounter, but I thought you could use some warning.
That's nice. He tips his hat to you and appreciates your warning, and yaws his mule as they go slower than walking. You can actually walk faster than they're going as they head west, and you're faced east to head down the road. So the east road in the morning is winds slowly. It's less of a road. Again, you can maybe get like a small cart down it, and it's pretty rough. But the snow is pale beneath you. It's not snowing right now. The air is cold enough that your breath drifts white and sharp through the air that you can see. Each step sounds too loud as the stillness and the quiet of winter is around you. Nothing around you really stirs but crows. You've been walking for about a mile or two, and you've been talking, and as walks happen, some people move forward and some people move backwards in conversation. And we will say that now Aldia and Kieran, yes, go ahead.
Question. Do we have those horses with us still? Do you remember what happened to them?
Thank you. You guys should always ask about those horses. Okay. Do you? Let me know.
Yeah, I have my pack mule carrying the chest of Henry's notes and blackberry jam.
Aldia, do you have your horse? Can't hear you. You'll have to lean in your mic.
You're muted. No, you're muted on Zoom.
I did have my horse because I let that Henry ride it. Correct?
Oh, yep.
Merrick.
Okay.
Yes, Merrick was riding it.
Merrick, right. Sorry, Merrick.
So, yeah, you both have your horse and your mule. And are you walking with your horse, or are you riding your horse, Aldia?
We just stopped talking to people. I don't think I have my actual horse while I was enjoying. Oh wait, no, we left. Right? Yes, of course I had my horse. Sorry. Like, there's just a lot of information coming at us, and trying to stay up to date. So, I would have been on the horse.
Okay.
Waking up. So.
I think it makes sense. We'll move it around a little bit. So, Kieran, you're up in the front area, because you've been walking for about 2-ish miles, and the horses are probably walking side by side. And so this is a time for Aldia and Thrar to connect and talk about life.
How's your life?
How is yours? My fears.
Oh, rock bud. Sorry, rock bud. I don't know. What a leisure morning strut with our creature, or our steeds. Tell me more about your friend that you're looking for.
I met Henry quite a few years ago. He was still quite a young man at the time. He is something of a scholar, to my knowledge, more reliable than Eldrin of Bree. It's surprising that he would act so rashly and go off on his own in his later years as he has. But if he had a reason to, the need must have been great. I have not seen him in a handful of years. I spend most of my time out west in the Blue Mountains, and only rarely venture as far as Bree and Archet. And it is quite worrying, both his behavior and much of the notes that he has collected. So I worry for his safety and am curious to know what he has found.
This warms my heart, Goatbeard. This is the most I've ever heard you speak, and it's nice to know that you have such compassion and concern for a fellow friend. And I hope that we become friends on this journey.
I hope so too, but it does a disservice to your people to think that us dwarves are as hard as stone.
And as I said, I am much thankful to be learning about the world and interacting with everyone on my journey. And of course, I left for certain reasons as well. So hopefully that can deter you from putting me in the. This is the time to learn, and I am venturing out in order to do so because I have my own knife-ear issues.
It is nice to see that those of your kin even are aware of their own faults. It seems most elves consider themselves greater than all others.
I am by far not greater than any of my others. But hopefully this journey sharpens my senses and creates good skill and fortifies my position back at home, but with lessons to be brought back would be much better to, like you're saying. I apologize for my kin and their I guess what you're saying is we must be a little bit aloof, and I look forward to understanding if that is right or wrong.
And I will do the same. I have not had opportunity to meet many of your kin, and so I am also, though I am later in my years, willing to learn.
Wonderful. The first thing is that with our aloofness, we also have an individualness. So I would like to make sure that our friendship is unique between each other so that I don't have to carry such a great weight of my other elves for my character.
Thrar will nod.
And shall I do the same for you? Treat you as you are instead of as from the mountain that you came from?
I feel that is only right if we treat each other as members of this party and not members of our race.
Well, great. I think I'm gonna jump off my horse and walk a bit, but this has been delightful.
So as you walk for a little bit, you're walking through the snow some more. It's getting to be around noonish or whatnot. And Kieran, you've been kind of on your own for a little bit, and you decide to slow down, and you're curious to chat with who? Who do you pair up with?
I kind of step back a little bit, kind of alongside Aldier, and I ask, so Aldier, do you expect to run into any more elves on your journeys?
I have not visited other elven lands. At some point, I would like to return to Rivendell that we passed on our way here. I've heard great, wondrous things that I could use to relate to my what is it called when you're trying to negotiate? I could see great partnerships made there, and it's not an urgent rush because I just became friend with a dwarf, and I look back up and I am hoping that we are becoming closer companions on this perilous and almost excitingly dangerous journey that we're even taking now on the East Road. May I call you friend?
You may. Always wanted to be an elf friend. I do enjoy the company of elves very much. Would you mind me asking, from your home, in what standing did you leave your elven haven? Were your people happy to see you leave? Were they sad to see you leave?
They don't understand my need to self-discover, so it wasn't on terrible terms, but it was on my own desires conflicted with my role in my Lothlorien. To just stand on a wall when you've never seen what's around it seemed very hard for myself. And when I aspired to go further than the wall, the structure leading me to my chosen mentor, it seems that I'm still green in my understanding of the greater Middle-earth. So it was a neutral parting, a confused one, and I'll be welcome home as soon as I discover what I need to discover here.
I see.
My parents love me and would love me to have a good life in Lothlorien. I love them as well, and I do not want to disappoint.
Let's see. Well, I hope that you are able to find that which you are seeking.
Thank you. And you, do you have parents?
Oh, I did. Let's just say that we rangers are very few in number and live perilous lives. So it is not common for people of our kind to reach very old age. I am lucky to have had been able to have time with my parents in my youth, in my childhood. But now that I am grown, I have been on travels for a bit now, and know not whether my parents are alive or dead. And that is something that we don't tend to dwell on. It is life is too difficult and too sad, but we have a strong duty to our kin, but also to our legacy that hold more importance.
Well, I can see that I might have the same. I might have to build the same resilience, but I've only been on traveling for less than a year, so I am very happy to be rid of mine. To be honest. So thank you so much for sharing about your ranger culture. Do you all know each other, or were your parents rangers? How does one become a ranger?
One is born into the life, I suppose.
Okay. So you do understand the sense of prior just a lineage of obligation.
Yes. So the weight of lineage and duty. And
do you ever wish to do something else other than being a ranger?
I don't think I would have it any other way. I think feel that I was meant to be in this role and to have this purpose, and I will do my very best to fulfill that purpose.
And Thar, were you also born of similar parents?
My life path has been quite different to yours, it seems. I was born shortly after the sacking of Erebor by the dragon Smaug. My father was one of the burned dwarves that fought in the Battle of Azanulbazar, and with the rest of my kin, we moved to the Blue Mountains in the west. And I was never one for gems or smithing or stonework. My eyes were always firmly set on the past, seeking the lost dwarven cities of Nogrod and Belagost, which have been lost for more than an age. And while dwarven doors are notorious for being lost once forgotten, I have not given up hope on finding them myself. So my story is quite different from yours, I fear.
No fear needed. We have a long walk and we don't know what's ahead, so this has been quite interesting for my knife ears to hear. And
So the East Road is moving on with the snow. You guys have been able to have a couple of conversations, and as you're moving, Thrar and Kieran, you're able to meet up for a little bit to chat as Aldia maybe moves to the front with her horse.
does Kieran want a break on the horse while I walk?
Kieran is content just walking.
Okay.
So, Ranger, I couldn't help but notice at the inn last night that you paid for your tab with a curious coin.
Curious? How so?
I've not traveled far, but I've met many, and a doubloon of Umbar is not easily mistaken. Or perhaps my eyes were deceived by the light of the fire and cheap ale.
Ah. Perhaps you know a little more about the history of coinage than I do. It's curious the type of metals and things that are passed throughout our history in the Rangers. You know, at once we used to have connection with our kin in Gondor. And so many artifacts and heirlooms and perhaps even trade items such as coin, they have come to find their ways up into what used to be Arnor. But now, whether it be from Umbar or if it be from Fornost, I'm afraid that these coins aren't worth what they used to be. Now they're just simply what they allow as coinage and as what the locals see is worth enough to allow us to get by. And sadly, what these heirlooms or these tokens of history to us Rangers may seem, or to perhaps a scholar like yourself, may seem of something of great importance. Such things of worth like that have been reduced and changed. Now what we value more is less about the coinage and more about our history and what will remain of us into the future.
Well, wise words, I suppose. Though, for us dwarves, the mark on a coin is worth almost as much as the gold it's cast from. So I do not fully understand how the mark and the maker can be separated from the thing itself. I give him a little bit of a side eye as we walk down the road.
Excellent. So, a coin that he may have seen from Umbar or the Courtiers would be a little nefarious for Kyrian to potentially have. But we'll let that rest for a little while. And Aldier, you're in the front a bit, and as the east road crests up a hill, you get a tinge of iron in the air, a smell of it. It's cold and faint, but it is wrong. As all of you crest to the rise of this hill and looking down as the east road turns, that's when you see it. There are 3 wolves tugging at a lump covered in the snow.
We have some more pups on this road. Shall I try to talk to them?
I fear these might not be as friendly as Archet hounds. These strike me more akin to wargs than dogs.
There is.
Can I make out what they're tugging at from where we're standing?
Yes, you can do explore or a hunt.
Okay. I got to 9. That's enough for my target number.
Okay. So yeah, you're just continually seeing them. You're maybe probably 150 yards away looking down, and all you see is this lump in the snow and these wolves just tugging around at whatever is in there.
I can't make out what they're tugging at. Some sort of carcass, something they hunted, or can't quite see.
Whatever it is, it doesn't bode well. Not for us and not for whoever or whatever that poor lump was. I say we get a closer look, but do so cautiously.
Why don't we shoot a friendly, like a little fire, a little scare shot? I can try to shoot my arrow close to them, not at them, and alarm them to maybe scatter. Can I shoot an arrow close to them to scare them off?
Is everybody in agreement with that?
Yeah, we could do that. See if that gets them to move.
All right, go ahead and give it your shot. What are you aiming for, by the way?
She knows she's not that great of a shot sometimes still. She's trying to be better. So this is just a fun thing. So she definitely doesn't want to hurt the dogs whatsoever. So she's not gonna, well, who knows actually. Her story is that she always ends up messing up here. So, breathe in, breathe out, become useful and skilled. So I'm shooting kind of the road, right? Because you said it was like off to the left. Like we saw the wolves down the road and they're eating a carcass. So
it's a little bit off to the left of the road at this point. Yeah.
So I want to go to the right by a bit so that they can look there. So it's a distraction from us. and then we'll be we'll see how they react to that, and then we'll be able to probably come in and flank them because they don't want to be around us necessarily, but they're going to fight over their own food. So we're distracting them. And what should I roll for?
Your bow combat.
Okay.
And you're trying to beat your strength.
Okay, so I have 3 dice. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Sorry, so with the bows and the combat thing, they're 3 pips, so they're just no 12-sided dice.
One 12-sided die, but with weapons you can't be favored, so you can only have one feat die.
Forever and ever. Always get to roll a 12 no matter what.
I did wonderfully. I have
What did you get?
I did wonderfully. I got a Gandalf rune. I got a Penguar 6. I got a 2 and a 2. So
it's an instant success. If you get a Gandalf rune, it's an instant success. And if you have 1 6, it's a magical instant success.
yes. So I definitely have 10 and the Gandalf rune. So that's
Excellent.
awesome.
So while you were aiming for the road, you actually did better than you would have thought, and you hit whatever it was that they were tugging on and scared them, and they scattered. So you got a direct hit on right where their little snouts were, and
Great aim,
they
though.
scattered. They just took off. They're out like bolts and gone.
One.
Nice shot.
That was amazing.
Those skills.
Just elf things.
Just elf things. Just yeah.
Let's get closer and see what they were tugging at.
Yeah, she's glowing. She's definitely glowing from the inside, going, it's and then saying, it's really nice that the pressure's off with being with friends instead of judgmental elf friends. Thank you. So let's go investigate.
As you approach, you get much closer, and it becomes apparent as you see kind of a hoof, and how large this is. You're able to make out pretty quickly, even though it's a little hard to distinguish at this point, that this is the carcass of a horse. And there's not a lot left of it. Carrion have gotten to it, and you're now near it, and you can see, there's a saddle that's fairly nice, that has been kind of mangled and discarded a bit, as wolves and whatever other creatures have been dining.
So there's a harness, bridle, or just left parts of left over.
Yes, there's
Okay.
that, and the horse is more carcass than horse at this point.
I'd like to inspect the harness, see if I can notice any particular adornments or decoration that may tip us off to who the horse's owner might have been.
Yeah, I think that because things are so mangled and bloody, can you do a scan check?
Ooh, Gandalf rune and a Tangmar.
Wow. Okay. Gandalf rune and a Tangwar. You notice in the saddle's stitching that goes down that the stitching is actually in blue. So there is some the same shade of blue that matches the carrier that was dead in the wheelbarrow. And you also see an emblem on the back of the saddle that is etched in gold of a bow and arrow with the arrow strung, ready to shoot.
So I am noticing the stitching here matches the dead fellow that we saw back in town. Seem to be of the same material. And there is an emblem of some sort of a strung bow and arrow. I don't know if I recognize this emblem.
We cannot hear you, Aldier.
That's quite. We're on the right track, I guess. And is it possible for us to know any more history other than what the two guys gave us? Like, is it possible to recall something more from this?
Aldier, are you standing next to Kieran? Kieran, have you shared this information with everyone?
Yeah, what I was saying out loud to the group.
Okay.
I was assuming that we all went together to see the horse.
Yeah.
That's what I was assuming too.
So
We
are you seeing this?
We are together surrounding.
Thank
The
you.
dead
Yeah,
horse.
I just wanted to double check that everybody is right next to the horse. So you're seeing all of this too, and so Kieran points this out. Thrar, you can do a lore check. The rest of you can also do a lore check, but it'd be ill-favored.
So I get favored, and then 3 pips. Guys, let's stay there. That is bad.
Oh no.
5, 10. Well, it's a good thing it's favored, because it would have been an I, but it's 12. It's a fail.
And ill-favored means we get one less dice.
No, you roll
Ill-favored
two
means you roll...
12s.
Yep. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you roll 2 12-sided dice and then take the lowest number of the 2.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. I got a 14, which is the 2 below my required number, so it was a fail.
Yeah, I I had a Gandalf rune, and so now I can't take that, but I got a 10, and then I got a 13 total, and I need 15, so I also failed.
None of you really think of this of anything more than just a bow and arrow. No real clue there. It just looks like a flourish on a saddle.
Okay.
So with that, it's starting to also get a little bit dusk. It's starting to get, it's beginning. Night is beginning to say hello to all of you, as it brings on the first hints of darkness. What would you like to do?
We should
Can I-
camp the furthest away from this carcass, I believe.
It stinks. I don't want to be anywhere near it anyway.
Not to mention that those wolves might be back. We
Right.
did disturb their supper.
Can I scan more, or, look around more to make sure that we're not being observed by anything else bigger, since we know that we've gotten to the place where that man died?
What you could do is a riddle check. I'll let you do that. Because you don't see anything around you, but you're definitely trying to piece some things together.
Okay. That doesn't work for me, so I'm ready to set up camp. What should I set up for us? I only got a 3.
Oh.
Because I have nothing in the riddle.
Perhaps I agree with Kyrian. I think we should make a bit of a distance from this spot. Should we go back west or head a little further east?
Right. Oh, maybe we should. Oh, further east.
Yeah. We made it this far. Let's move a little further and see what we find.
Very well, but keep your bow at the ready, I think. And he'll unsling his mattock and have it just in his hand.
Excellent. So would you like to go like maybe another mile away from the carcass? Is that what we're thinking?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Just move a little bit here. So you move. You find a good as place as any to set up camp. Do you want to camp on the road, on the side of the road? Does it matter?
I think maybe on the south side of the road with our back against the hay wall. That way at least we're sort of we have something protecting our back, at least somewhat.
Everybody in accord?
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with it.
Excellent. So you have the campfire going, you have the hay wall behind you, blackness is everywhere, and the campfire isn't helping you be able to peer out into the marshes or around you very well because of the light of the fire, except for maybe Thrar, right, who has very
Yep.
good.
I can see in the dark.
You can see in the dark, so he's doing pretty well with that. And it's definitely night, and everybody's feeling a little bit tired. What would you all like to do?
I can watch.
I think we should all take shifts. The nights are long and we don't know what's out there.
I can probably take the last shift then, because I'm not prone to sleeping. And when Kyrian gets tired, I'll go this time.
I agree. After the last time that I took watch, I think it may be no, I might not be as favored to be the first watch, so I'll take second.
I'll take first.
Okay.
Great. So as they're kind of falling asleep around the fire, you have your back against the hedge wall looking out into the marshes, and there's a couple of trees, out in that area, and snow. In the blackness, you're not seeing much. You're staring out into it, and it may be your mind playing tricks on you, but you feel that you've heard something over by those sparing trees by the marsh, and maybe have seen something.
How much time into my shift would this be?
About an hour and a half.
Okay. I will. Kyrian's asleep, probably. Is Aldier asleep?
Yes.
I will, since Aldier is gonna take the last shift, I will tap her foot with the butt of my mattock. And I'll tell her that I see movement on the other side of the road, and I'm going to take a closer look. But I figured it's best that someone is awake at camp while I do so.
Okay. Wonderful. I'm up. I'm alert. Go ahead.
So I'll slowly make my way sort of north, cutting
Respect me
across.
now. Don't cry in the woods, okay?
As you're crossing over the road and then going into these kind of trees to investigate.
Yep.
Got it. So you are hearing a noise. You are able to pick it out and find it. And what you see is an opossum and its little family scurrying around into the bush. Behind you, what you hear is an explosion through the hay wall of snow and trees and briar. Aldia, it's a flash. A shape rushes through from the south side of the camp out of the hay wall at blinding speed, knocking snow into the fire and hissing it out. Aldia and Thrar, can you do an awareness check?
Awareness. Okay, that's one. These two, and it's nighttime, so all my rolls are inspired, which means I get a bonus. Ooh, that's a good roll. That's 18. That is a pass.
I did not do such a great job at 5 out of 16.
And that makes a lot of sense, to be honest. So, Aldia and Kirian, this does wake you up, but you are not prepared at all for this. And so,
Sure.
It is an ambush, and nobody can fully, it's happening so fast, right? So, Thrar, you have an opening volley that you can do. If you have anything to fire off at just the shapes that are moving around.
I don't have anything ranged, but I will. Is there anything nearby me, or it's just that one thing that's moving by the camp?
It's moving by the camp.
Okay. And how far away am I?
Let's see. You're probably 40 feet away.
Okay. I can't do anything other than run towards the camp.
You run towards the camp. So it's going to make a quick attack. And it's going to go for Aldia, who is up and about, kind of preparing herself. And it's going to do this. So you get bumped, Aldia, by this. You're not really sure what is happening, but you get just kind of brushed by with this creature. And now it is available to regular combat. Aldia and Kirian, you also don't get to do close combat yet because you're preparing everything. That's what happens when you lose out on an ambush. But Thrar, I would say you're close enough to do a close combat. It's still in the flurry of everything. You're still not sure what you're dealing with.
Yep. I will, I suppose, just swing my mattock at whatever this thing is without even taking a good look at it. So I do this. So I need to pick a stance, correct?
Yeah, you can pick a stance. Any stance but rearward at this point.
Yep. I'll take forward stance since I would have run up to whatever it is. So I gain 1d for close combat attacks. And then it's inspired, so I get another 1d. So that's with 4, right? Because I have 2 in axes. Ooh, that's good. 10. That's 23 with 110 more.
Wow. Okay. So you have, and you were hitting it with your mattock.
Yes, which is Grievous. Which let me pull that up because I don't remember.
You can do a heavy blow.
Okay.
A fend off, or those would be the 2 things that you could do with that. with that Tengwar. So a fend off essentially will add to your parry score if it attacks,
Okay.
and a heavy blow will do additional damage equal to your strength.
I'll go with a heavy blow.
Alright. And alright, so what is your damage?
The damage rating is 8, injury is 18.
Okay, so you did a 8, right? Plus your strength
Nice.
rating.
Which is 5, so that's 13.
13. So you do 13 damage on it. So you swung with your mattock,
With the axe side of the mattock.
axe side of the mattock, and you're not sure what you're hitting, but you definitely know that you have made contact, and good contact, a good slash across something. It gets to attack again. And it's attacking you. At this, what is your parry?
My parry is 15.
Okay, so it's gonna hit, and you feel a searing hotness across your hand that was holding the mattock,
Mhm.
and you're gonna take 5 endurance.
5 endurance, so that brings it to, 2? Okay, that's done.
Then, Kyrian, as you stand,
Mm-hmm.
and through this commotion that all of you are experiencing of this explosion of snow and ferocity, you are staring at Thrar and Aldia as you're waking up to this and see nothing. And Thrar, all you are left with is the pain in your hand, and it's what gave it to you seems to have vanished as quickly as it has shown up. All of you are standing, looking at each other, wondering what has just happened.
This has turned into a little bit more complex than I would have imagined. I've never greeted such a creature.
Yeah. What was it? Did anyone get a good look at it?
No. It felt like wind.
You can do a scan retroactively here if anybody would like to try to recollect what they think has happened.
Definitely. So.
I'm assuming I can't because I'm fighting the thing.
No, it's gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, essentially what has happened is it burst through, it kind of brushed right past Aldier, came to you, you slashed it slashed you, and then it was gone.
Okay. I'm going to, well, I'll let the others roll and then I'll say what I have to say.
I have a 16 with the Tengwar, 10 and a 6 Tengwar. So I made it.
You recall it was tall, mannish, maybe even like taller than you. You also felt there was an eeriness to its limbs, that they were too large or long. And you did catch briefly its eyes before the fire went out, and you could not recall if it was the fire or if it was the eyes, but the eyes seemed yellow to you.
Oh. Okay. I'm going to think.
But you know that information, nobody else does.
Right. So. Are you guys going to roll? I'm thinking. I know this information.
I rolled and I failed my roll.
I will roll. I have a lot of dice to roll here. It's a bad roll. 10. 15. No, it's not that bad. 19. 21 with 1 success die.
Ooh. So what you recall is it was short, maybe 3 feet tall, and fast. The shoulders you recall being large and hunched, wearing a pelt of some kind, and you recall the head was large. You also, because it got you on the hand, and even looking at it, it did feel claw-like, like cat's claws, but large, very large. And you remember teeth, sharp teeth, fangs almost.
This creature had piercing yellow eyes and was high above me, and I'm very tall.
I saw teeth and claws, much like a cat or some other beast, but I do not remember it being tall. I was shorter than myself, and I'm not tall even for my own kind.
And I saw it seemed almost man.
Perhaps it was the shock of its arrival, but I saw nothing mannish about it. Had a large head and was hunched.
So you saw a beast?
I hold up my hand and with the claw marks on it, and then start bandaging it.
What do you know that can transform from man to beast? Or beast to man?
This is where you could do a lore check if you like.
I will do that.
And Kyrian, also, some things that would be available to you as they're discussing, if you like, is hunting. If you want, just to kind of help guide a bit.
Okay. Do a hunting roll.
Who's first for revealing?
Matthew, let's go with Kyrian, because you guys are having that discussion a little bit, and Kyrian, maybe you're spying around. And if I guide a little bit like that to help you know what is the possibilities, and you don't want to do that, tell me to just back way off.
I got a 17, target number 14.
Okay. Any Tingwars?
No Tingwars.
What you're able to determine looking at this is you're able to see, as you start to look through the snow, some of these prints, and they're not really, they have the heel of maybe a mannish type heel. There's no boot, but the feet go out quite wide, and they're unnormal and unnatural, about 18 inches.
Like wide, like duck wide?
Yeah, they kind of form out like almost like I want to say a pyramid type shape, but it's not a pyramid, or a triangle shape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it starts with a heel, but then it moves outwards, and it's massive.
Okay.
So yes, please continue. So, and then you did some lore checks.
Yeah, I did a lore check. I rolled a 10 and a Gandalf rune, and then 2, 3, 3, 6. So Gandalf rune with a Tengwar.
We're about to get an education. What did you roll, LDA?
I got a 15 out of 15.
Excellent. So I think what we'll do is, if it's okay with you, LDA, and if you don't mind, we will allow this to be a pretty massive success. And Thrar, if you don't mind telling us
what this is,
a little bit about what you know of Sauron and werewolves.
In character or out of character?
You probably in character, but if it's more comfortable out of character, you can.
Okay, so
Because
out of
this would be the lore check that you just slayed on, so you would know all of this.
yeah, so Sauron in another title of Sauron was Lord of Werewolves. He was the first and the creator of the werewolves. Back when Morgoth was still around. And so there's that's it, to summarize it, that's basically it. So werewolves are way worse than werewolves that we know in normal myths. Werewolves are way more dangerous than normal werewolves.
Yes, that's a good summarization. And so what you have is Sauron had these. He used his sorcery to essentially, in the spirit, to transform men into wolves permanently. There was not a full moon transformation. They were permanently in this state, and he could control them, and they weren't a pitiful creature. They were the mixture of the man being transformed into this escalated into a constant ferocity and feralness that only Sauron could control. So you imagine a sentient warg that is hateful all the time and has more tactical ability.
It's not just a dumb beast.
And so you're able to discern all the pieces of information that you are able to put together that this might be what you're dealing with, even though they haven't been heard of or seen other than just in your books of ancient history.
Realizing this, Thrar will unbandage his hand. Before talking to anyone, he will unbandage his hand, relight the fire, and take a burning piece of wood and cauterize the wound. I think we're dealing with
on our hand.
I think we're dealing with something that has not been seen here or anywhere in more than an age. I think we might be dealing, and I might be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong, but we might be dealing with a werewolf.
We might be.
And if that is so, then
No, I was hoping it was just a Bjorning.
I think Bree and the Shire and the entirety of Eriador might be in danger, if it is in fact what I think it is. And then he winces in pain.
I wince for you.
How's Kyrian feeling right now, hearing all of this?
Kyrian's kind of odd and shocked. It was like a werewolf. If Bree and the Shire are in danger, what hope do we have? And kind of have like a kind of gulp a little bit.
Are we going to try to track this thing and get rid of it?
I think Kyrian's gonna, noticing that you lit the fire, Kyrian's gonna make a torch. And I don't think it's safe to stay by this road any longer.
Well, I don't think anywhere is truly safe if that thing is on the loose. If as much as I hate to say it, I think the only place where we might have a chance of receiving aid for such a beast would be Rivendell, but it is many leagues to the east.
Were you able to damage it?
I did strike one hit before it struck me, and I'm assuming there's blood on the head of the Madoc.
Mhm. Yes.
And how are you faring? That wound. How is your stamina, my new friend?
It struck me with a claw, and I've cleaned the wound, and all I can hope is that it does not get infected. I'm rewrapping it in a clean strip of cloth.
So you do not feel like tracking it to end it?
I would very much like to end it. The true question is if we are capable of doing so.
Must seek out someone with that knowledge and allies in our quest.
I doubt anyone back in Bree would be of much use, and as I've said, Rivendell is far. The only thing I can think of are your kin. Do you know how we might find them in the wilds?
Your kin of the Rangers? Or Mike?
The Dunedain, perhaps they might lend us aid.
If you know the way, I'm willing to go.
Perhaps we can seek out the elders of my clan. But I don't know if they will believe our tale. Without any proof of what we've just seen. But all I can do is we can try.
The tracking of the werewolf, to help everyone out a little bit, you've been talking for a while, and with its speed, it is either watching you right now or long gone. And you do recall it darting, because it came out of the haywall towards Thrar, and then turned northeast east up towards where you were headed, towards the cart.
I'm alerted, and I'm like very much like I'm just like, either we go get help, and I'm trying to submit myself to that plan like now, like start going now. Actually, hold on. No, I'm waiting for them to. I would like to track it now, but then also I'll wait till morning, or wait until our next hit if we are gonna go find help. So I'm trying to establish if we're staying put and we're waiting until light, and then we're moving on to tell about this area being dangerous. Is that what you guys are saying? Is that we shouldn't go farther down the road and end this beast? I feel an urge to end this beast. This is a werewolf. Like, I'm so excited to tell my family, like, let's go get Sauron's creature and end this horrible stuff he's been doing. Let's take one of his out.
Out of character, I have no problem with that.
Let's go.
Does Tyrion know where the nearest guild of Dunedain may lie?
He would know that they are. You're kind of almost in between. So you're a little closer to Bree, but Weathertop seems to be a place that they, which is I don't know if you can see here, so I'll move this. But you are, kind of there. Let me shrink this down. That'll probably help a little bit. You guys are right about here. So
I'll say to the group, well, Bree is the closest point of connection to perhaps finding some of my kin, but there is also watchtower of Amansul, where we can, but they also stand watch further down the road, but a bit farther.
Well then, if the beast headed that way, then perhaps we can strike it between the hammer and the anvil. If it runs towards members of your kin, then, and we come up behind it, perhaps we have a chance.
Aldie's packing up her stuff. She's like, she's just like,
Wait, you're gonna hike through the night?
I'm ready.
Are you?
Very well. I think, well, yeah, I think though Kyrian is feeling like this is a bad place to just like get back in my bedroll and go to sleep again. So, Kyrian is, I'm lighting a torch, carrying my stuff, carrying a sword at the ready, and saying, then let's move on. I don't think we should stand idle too long.
Agreed. Thrar will stamp out the fire and
Ahead of you.
check.
Stop stepping on my feet, these big boots. My ballerina just can't handle this.
The mule and the horse. Where
Yeah.
are they?
Oh no.
I debated that, and I really feel that they're okay right now.
Okay.
I don't want to be a bad man.
I am gonna jump on mine though, so I can guard it.
Is Kyrian the only one with a torch?
No, both
Okay.
them have torches. Should I have made a torch before? No. Yeah, maybe.
It definitely did not like your campfire.
Thrar will give Aldier his torch because he doesn't really need it.
So pretty much, I might be bait with my horse.
The thing,
No,
because your lore check was so out of control, you can tie in that it does have a dislike, we'll call, of fire, which is why it put your campfire out when it came. That was one of the other clues you were able to stitch in.
And thank you for your torch. Thank you.
Okay, so you're moving on through the night on the road to either track it or to find allies. Do I understand that correctly?
Yes.
I would recommend.
I'm like trotting like a little bit more. Like I'm like you guys are going. Like I almost want to jump off my own horse and run, but I'm holding. I'm like, okay, let's go.
I would recommend that so that we're not caught by surprise. Since there is snow everywhere, we just follow the trail of blood, at least until it runs dry.
So you're veering off of the east road.
Yep, we're following wherever it's going. I think that makes the most sense.
Excellent. Okay. All right. We'll need. Let's do a. So you're heading off a little bit into the Midgewater. Not a lot, just a tiny bit because it's headed into there, and you can see that it's kind of pacing along the road. And then it's crosses back on to the east road, and here it gets a little hard to distinguish because it is gone into the hay wall, which is just nasty, right? So can you do a who's the one that is really tracking right now?
I guess I'm going forward, right? Or no, but I'm not good at. Sorry, I guess I'm clumsily going forward more so than tracking.
I can.
You're on a horse, so you're not really tracking. So I need somebody who's probably close to the ground. You know, really.
Yeah, it would probably be Kyrian because Thrar's not a hunter.
I can take it up. I have the torch, and I'm probably looking out for those clues. So do you need me to do a check?
Yeah, I apologize. Yes, a hunting check.
Okay. Success. I have a 13, a 7, a 4, and a 10 more.
Okay. So the hay wall, I don't know how much everybody knows about this, and Thrar, jump in if I get it wrong, but the hay wall was created when there was the split of Arnor, and it was to between I believe Rudar and Cardelane as a defense, and it is miles and miles and miles of a bramble wall that goes 30, sometimes up to 50, 60 feet of dense thicket of thorn and bramble, and not good. It is very dense. So Kieran going into this, and it's not just, a couple inches, it is probably 15 to 20 to 30 feet long as well. This is a massive, unkept yard.
Hedge. It's a hedge.
It's a hedge of defense. And Kieran, you going into this is a bit of not everybody's going to be going in with horses and following trails. So you're going in and you're looking at this blood that you're finding as a story, and very much trying to follow what this beast is doing. Aldier and Thrar, as you stand waiting still on the road with the darkness around you, you sense eyes watching you, or something watching you from everywhere, all around. It is a sense of foreboding as you are being stalked. More than by the creature, but by the night itself. Kieran, you're not feeling this as much as you're so involved in that story with the Tingwar that you were able to roll. And you're noticing that the blood is going in circles and back and zigging. And you begin to realize that it knows that you're tracking it. And it has moved back onto the East Road. And you've come back out to see your friends. And but you are about now 30 feet up from them because you've come out of the bramble with this realization.
Clever girl.
This is no mere warg.
One does not simply track a werewolf.
So I'm a little bit panicking. I'm like, didn't you guys listen? I feel like yelling to Kieran, but when I see him I can see him 30 feet away with my own eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And well, depending on the darkness.
Thor would be able to see him.
Sorry. So Thar, do you see him? Like, this is not good. He is leaving the the party. That wasn't what I was suggesting. This other party was 6 men, and they got picked off one by one. Why did that human leave? We need him back.
He's not far. He's only 30 feet ahead on the road. We can catch up in a matter of moments.
Let's go. Like, hurry, right?
I walk towards Kieran.
Did you leave your old horse back by the fire?
Mine? No. I brought the mule with me.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, good. So, good. So he's forward. So do we get there quickly?
You're still you're now on the East Road, and if you want to continue forward, you 100% can. You're just catching up with Kieran. Kieran, do you want to share the knowledge with them?
But I definitely go. Hey,
I'm gonna
don't do that. What did you find? But don't do that. Stay with us.
I'm gonna pull out my weapon, my weapon, my sword. Holding on to it, and kind of slowly, also kind of back towards the party.
We could have lost you.
We're being hunted.
Oh.
The blood seems to circle about. The beast knows that we are hunting it.
And then, Thor, you felt that too, right? I feel it. I feel eyes on me. So I can confirm that you're correct. Kyrian. Shall we go further? So it shows us if we outwit it by seeming as prey.
Werewolves are not dumb beasts like wargs. If it's hunting us, I doubt that we could trick it into thinking that we've lost interest. What time is it now? Are we close to dawn or still middle of the night?
It's a little hard to tell. You've been walking for a while, so you can make guesses. It's still dark.
Okay.
So.
We are trying to get to Kyrian's. So if we briskly go forward, we have more chance of help by the time it pounces.
Nice. I think at this point that's our only option. How far would you guess we are from Weathertop, Kyrian?
We may be nearly halfway there, but it could be another few hours until we're there. So we are, frankly, on our own until we arrive.
Let's proceed quickly and with caution. That would be my recommendation.
When it attacks, we will not look for help. We will take it with all our might.
Agreed. We will not flee, but we should try and get as close as possible until it does.
And shall we walk close together or be more apart so that we can, I guess, I don't want to be as far as Kyrian went. If we can't see each other, then we've gone too far. We need each other's support. So
we'll be stronger as a group.
Right. And as a unit, though, do we want to gather close, or do we want to bait this wolf to pick one of us off?
I think baiting might be better. With its speed and strength, if we are too close, it could take all of us in a single blow.
Okay, so Kyrian walks forward, so at least I can jump off my horse or use my bow.
Okay.
To anything. And then
I will take the rear.
We'll walk with some distance, but still close enough.
For the sake of the beast's safety, I will tie the reins of my mule to the back of your horse's saddle so that I have both my hands free.
Wonderful.
With that, you walk for about another hour or two, and you begin to see the first cracks of dawn. The sun has not quite come up yet. It is overcast, though, you can tell, so it's just the blackness has a slight hue of gray in the sky. It is not yet morning, but it is beginning to become that way. Can each of you give me a travel roll?
Travel. Yes. Is it still counts as night, right?
Yeah, I would say yes, it still counts.
So I am still inspired. That is not good. 5, 10.
Yeah, not good for me either.
Yep, that's a fail. That's 14. I need 16. I rolled a 1 and a 4 on my feat die.
Yeah, I also got 14. 5, and a 4. And that was favored.
Yeah. I rolled with the favored. It's a 4, 3, 4, 5, and 2 1s.
I got a 4 out of 15.
Our lucky streak couldn't last forever.
No.
You're all feeling a little tired from having no rest, so please take 2 fatigue each
2. Okay.
for moving through the night with no sleep. I believe that's right. The 2 fatigue is typically the journey, but because we're collapsing things down a bit,
Yep.
that's how we'll roll it. Unless anybody wants that refactored later, we can. For now, we'll call it 2. Is everybody good with that, since we are taking
Yep.
the One Ring and sort of making it our own? So yes, you're fatigued. It's been a long night, and the sun is now turning into morning. It's not really the sun; it's gray clouds that have gotten lighter. It's a very dark morning.
Okay.
And then down the road, around the trees, you see it. You see splintered wood and a wheel. You see the cart that the courier was probably talking about. And you see mounds around it. And as you approach, pulled off in no good fashion, you can make out these 5, what is left of them, bodies. Mostly devoured at this point, drug off into other parts of the road from where they had started. All the carrion have had their feast after what began this slaughter.
All right. Can we still feel the eyes on us?
Do some insight rolls. Do some insight.
Right. Is it daytime yet or still dark?
It is early morning gray, and we'll say insight or awareness is okay for this.
Okay, it's the same for me. So I'm gonna stop abusing my dark for dark business and just not be inspired anymore. Beautiful.
You're
3,
moving
1,
the
1.
forge.
3, 1, and 1. That's a 5. That's a fail.
I did not fail. But go for it. Sorry, so I got a 10, 6 with a Tanguar and a 1, meaning 17 out of 8. For awareness. Now, go ahead, Kieran.
I got a 2, a 1, and an Eye of Sauron.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It was bound to happen at some point.
I'm good, and you are the bait.
So-
worrying about this.
As you're approaching the wreckage here, Aldier, you passed with shining colors, so you don't feel anything. If anything, you feel emboldened, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kyrian, you failed with blazingly wonderful failure colors, right? So you're feeling probably nightmarish thoughts from your time in the bramble, and maybe other thoughts are occurring to you. And Thrar, you had a normal failure, so maybe the scar on your hand is making you feel somewhat mortal. With those in mind, Kyrian, tell us a little bit more about what's happening with you as you're approaching this cart, and maybe some of the feelings you're having or the thoughts you're having as you're looking around with that Eye of Sauron and wondering what's happening.
Yeah, this is kind of, I don't know how these guys smell. I'm imagining, regardless of how they smell, I'm kind of putting a part of my cloak kind of over my mouth, the temperature, it just feels colder, and I almost feel like a little bit in a cold sweat and just a sinking feeling of I don't know, maybe a foreshadowed dread, or of just maybe in a passed down, I would say, I don't know, maybe ancestral kind of fear of confronting something so dark and shadowy. Just very, in a dark, my mind is kind of in a dark place right now.
Seeing the reality of what this thing can do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of saying what I'm kind of feeling right now, personally, in this scene. Like it's overcast outside my window right now, and everything's kind of dark, and I'm just feeling a little bit. I know it's not in Lord of the Rings, but I don't know if you guys have seen the shows of The Witcher, and then it's just like some really gruesome scenes sometimes, and it's just kind of like, oh my gosh. Like just a slaughter, and yeah, that's what Kieran's feeling right now.
Thrar, what's happening with you as you're approaching this?
I think Thrar is overly thinking about the wound on his hand, because it's not a dog bite, it's not, a scratch on a sharp rock. This is, out of character. Werewolves don't transmit lycanthropy through biting. It's not, you don't become a werewolf because you're attacked by one, but it feels worse than the wound probably is. And so he's fighting internally with himself of focus on what's around you. There's stuff going on, and this sinking feeling in his stomach that this is not good. This is more than he bargained for going into this.
And Aldier, you're on the other end of the spectrum from Kieran, having rolled a Gandalf run and, maybe even feeling Valar, emanating through you. So tell us about you on your horse with your torches. Morning is coming up, and what you're feeling, seeing this scene.
Oh, I'm super engaged with the hunt, right? And I'm a little bit like, I'm starting to become more aware of my party and where they are at with this, and I'm endeared to them in some sense, because we're traveling together. But my confidence is, I think, pretty high that this is just the historical actions of since the morning, I've been 24 hours invested in this death that I saw, right? So now the mystery unfolds to where the 6 of them ended up, and I think I'm much more jovial, like on this journey. I don't think that we're going to become part of this group. I have my own elven aloofness, that this is just the most exciting walk that we've had in a few weeks, and there is an active werewolf that I'm waiting for our next encounter. I can see that everybody is dead, and I don't how to explain this, I feel very aware of my surroundings, and I am maybe counting each of the bodies to make sure that all 6 are here, and I have a little bit of hunting if I wanted to scan to see if anything's been dragged off to one side or the other. No, I guess that's I'm scanning the entire war scene, trying to understand how powerful this monster werewolf is, because it's going to be something that I have to communicate and tell. I saw Sauron's werewolf, and it was capable of this kind of destruction of it's sad that a small group of men were lost, but the way that it left the carnage was very quite impressive, and it is evil, and we have a job to be done outside of Lorien if these creatures are out here. So my purpose is starting to come up, and I'm aware that my party needs to feel confidence that we are doing the right thing against the shadow. So I guess I am so sorry, my friends, that we have to witness this carnage of men. And I understand we've been out at night for long hours. Don't let that get into your heart. We are seriously on the trail of shadow, and this is our role, our purpose, to defeat it and defy the evil in this world. Don't let it get to you. So I guess I want to enhearten them.
Oh, I think that you have done that, and with that, there's something that as a group you can keep me honest about too, but we always forget fellowship scores, fellowship points. So with this speech and this thought of your friends around you and wanting to enhearten all of them, you're going to remove what Kirian would have gotten, which is 1 shadow point, with that fellowship distribution that we should have done. And there are 2 hopes. That's what that fellowship can be, is 2 hope points that now the entire fellowship can decide how do that want to be distributed, those 2 other points of hope. Or you can leave it to Aldia to distribute it, since you gave this speech.
I have 3 shadow. How many shadow do you guys have?
Well, it's
0.
And Kirian?
Oh, what, shadow? I have
Yeah.
1.
And it's your hope, so your hope has a max. You have a maximum that you can have, but the fellowship, I think, gives you that 1 little buff if you need it. Do I have that right, Thor?
If I remember correctly, the fellowship points they can be used like hope. It's like a shared bonus pool of hope. So you can use it when making rolls and stuff.
So it's like a floating hope.
Yep.
I think to keep this right, then we'll just remember that you guys have 3 floating hope right now. I think you figure out how you want to distribute it at the beginning of fellowship, but we'll just recall right now they have 3, and then Aldia, your enhearten works, and it can remove that 1 shadow from Kirian that he would have gotten.
We're in the right place doing the right thing, my companions.
Does that feel right to everyone?
Yep.
Kirian?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you rolled an eye, she rolled a Gandalf, kind of canceled it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So with that, and all those feelings kind of out as you're approaching this very horrible scene, you're now near the cart and near the kind of bodies that are around. What would you all like to do?
Search, like continue helping to track.
I would like to inspect the wagon, the cart.
Okay. Kirian?
I will kind of be a lookout while you both are looking through the cart and stuff. I think I'm gonna kind of just be watching the surroundings. I don't want to be ambushed again.
Excellent. So let's start with you, Kirian. If you want to do a explore, because you're kind of just sort of looking around and you're seeing things, but...
Yeah. Okay. Explore, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Hot dog. Yeah, 18, 1 Tangwar. My score was a 16, so pass. Oh no, he's rolling.
Nice. Wow. When I say wow, it's not always bad, guys. Okay, so it's incredible. All right, so what you're seeing is the cart is on its side, kind of around you. You see most of the men have common weapons, but some of them maybe look a little less common. You see coins kind of glittered in the snow around the cart. And even though you're near the cart, you're kind of looking around. Inside the cart, you see 10 opened bags of gold.
Whoa.
Yes, in the cart. Right. And now, I think Aldier and Thrar, you were looking around in the cart as well. Do I have that correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll take a, let's do a, yeah, I think a scan roll from you, Aldier.
Okay. So I'm favored, and I take the best out of the 2 rolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I got a Gandalf rune, I got a 6 Tangwar, and I got like way over 15. So I just needed 15 for scan. So I have 1 Tangwar and just two 3s or whatever. So it doesn't. Wait, hold on. Sorry. So I got a 16 plus 3, 21, right? 6 plus 6, 12, 22 or whatever. 12 plus 10, 22. With the Gandalf rune, meaning a 10, which means auto success. I don't know. I'm over communicating this. I'm excited.
If you get a Gandalf rune, you just need to count the
It's a
6s.
woo!
We get it. You rolled great.
If you get a Gandalf rune, yeah, that's perfectly right. Gandalf rune, then did you get any 6s?
What the Shire video game that we're playing? It's like you've made it to 123% a villager now. We're like, what is this math right
You've just
now?
grown
So
a second
we're
head.
Oh, so that's how you become an immortal troll. You just have to roll really, really well.
So if I heard you correctly, you have a Gandalf rune and you got 1 Tangwar?
Yes, that gets me well over 15.
And then, Thrar, can you roll? As well?
Also scan.
Yes, please.
There we go. Take that one.
Because you're looking
What's
around the
this?
cart.
I just pass with a 15. No
Okay.
Tangwars.
So we'll start with you. You are looking at the gold that is in the cart, and you're noticing that all the coins have that symbol on it of the pulled bow and arrow. And if you like, you can make another lore check around this, if you're curious
Lords.
about what that is.
I will do that. It's an 8, 10, 12. That is a pass. That is an 18 over 15 with 1 Tangwar.
It hits you where you've seen this before. This is the sigil of the Men of Dale.
Well, there you go. I'll point out these are Danish, Dalish coins. These have come a long way.
All of it snaps in. The blue that the courier was wearing, the men of the arrow, the black arrow, but this is gold. So Aldier, we're gonna move over to you. Oh, do you tell your companions about this?
Yeah, I say it out loud. That these are Dalish coins, and a lot of them.
Aldier, what you see is there is down kind of out of the cart, because all the gold's in the cart, that's what you're looking at, but out of the cart there's a chest that's open with this gold satin sort of sash pillow, and in it there are 5 gold coins that are like the ones that are in the gold bags, that have this arrow on it, but the arrow is the arrows are not raised gold, but they have more of a stone in them. So there's 5 of these in there, and they're a little bit larger. And then across the 5 of them, just underneath, you see a very ornate flute. Because you have the Tengwar looking at this box, you see something that I don't recall if you saw this or not. I think Thrari maybe saw it. But you see a bird, the symbol of a bird on this box.
Gotta read more things, so that this makes sense to me. But, okay, so, I definitely am like, sorry, so I see these things. I am starting to touch. I don't want to be super distracted, so it's more of a swift movement of value that I have. It's not necessarily like I'm trying to be. I'm very obvious that I'm gonna grab these things and touch them and pick them up and look at them, and the party is aware that I'm just grabbing them, right? But this is not the most important thing in my focus. It's just interesting, and we haven't talked yet, and hopefully I've made a pattern. All the others made a pattern of communicating things out loud, but right now she's being quiet, but not sneaky, and she grabs this bag and the flute thing, but kind of like almost isn't fully processing them and holding those in her collected hand. But she's also a little bit more like, how do I explain this? I think she says, oh, well, I got my money back for that burial as a joke. And the information I gathered. and then like that kind of makes it so that she's almost palming this bag and the flute, but it's very aware, like we're all aware. And then I'm still more like interested in the death that is going on and the crime scene, and I'm trying to get to the edge of like almost like the dangerous area, like where a wolf would have disappeared off to. I'm not necessarily, and I definitely am interested in the treasure, but I took the things that I thought were interesting, and I'm not trying to be completely taken by bags and bags and bags of things, because I'm definitely more interested in the wolf's behavior. And the werewolf is like where's the peripheral of this problem? You know, like all these bodies are going around. Is it a bush? Is it a field? Like, where does the death end, and where, like, is there any how do I explain this? Like, I know that we have one wolf. Is there more than one wolf? We felt like the whole night was encroaching on us, and now it's daytime. I don't know how to participate with this environment, I guess, GM. Like, can you help us? I'm not interested in the card.
You found the gold coins, and you found this flute, and I'm understanding that you've taken these quietly.
I received them, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm still not getting my answer, which started like.
Your eyes are still kind of looking around as you're picking these things up, and you're still aware that, hey, this is not a safe place. And that's where we're at. But I'm how do I participate? My whole speech was we're in the right place. So how do I continue tracking or divulging the power of this werewolf? I know that I experienced it, but really Gar got like scratched, so I can't really process the power of this werewolf. And I'm looking at all these bodies, and I'm trying to understand, does this thing have a local home? Like, is this where it like hangs out? Gotcha.
Or is it just
so
what
your character would know right now is essentially that this giant thing brushed right by you, put a fire out, injured your friend over here, and then you were told this entire ancient story about Sauron which is a big deal to you, and these werewolves. And, as you're walking on the road, Thrar likely would have elongated and told of these tales because he rolled so well. Enough so that you're thinking about this and you have a pretty clear understanding of what a werewolf is. And then to hear that Kyrian, who went into the woods, comes back out, and he is a hunter saying, "We are being hunted." Yes, there's mixed emotions for you right now that you are at this cart and at this carnage, and there's all of this gold, and there's all of these things happening, and what's going to go on next is probably where you're at.
And well, I've been there a little bit. So you said we got to the carnage. I've pre said that I'm actively looking for this wolf. Like, I'm not like going to be upset if I end up finding its snout breathing on me. Like, I am very, very.
We're taking the scan of the cart right now, so we're going one moment at a time. So right now,
I just find this gold. I'm disappointed.
You're just ready.
I thought was interested, but I'll talk about that later when we decide not to follow this werewolf. Yep. I'm done talking. All right.
Okay. So you found this kind of gold down here. Thrar has been investigating these coins. Kyrian is just sort of seeing the layout. So we'll come back to Kyrian at this point. Is there anything else you would like to do from your vantage point?
From my vantage point, I'm still looking out. I mean, can I guess can I make out any? I mean, is there anybody there of note of the bodies that are behind that have been kind of strewn about?
You could do a maybe go. Do you want to go approach a body and maybe do like a scan?
I guess I could do that. Yeah. I mean, just want to know if there's anything different. Or if they all just look like they were gone.
There's a guy like cut in half. His arm's over there. There's another leg over there. This is insane, okay? It looks like a bomb went off. So, this is disgusting. Entrails are everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't pass the test.
Okay.
That's probably what I'm seeing is just a mess.
So you're seeing this mess, and as the two of you are looking at it in the cart, which is in the center of the road, and Kyrian, are you in the front or the back kind of area with the vantage point?
Of the...
Where do you feel like you're standing?
Maybe in the front.
In the front, so you're in the front. Down the road about 30 feet,
okay.
You see walk out very slowly. What has been stalking you?
No good.
And it is staring at all three of you.
It's the werewolf.
I have your signature.
I string my bow. I am like pointing at it. Bow strong. And I yell out, "It's the werewolf!"
With that, there is no ambush. It is bold. It has walked out. It is ready to confront you. So, opening volleys.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Thrar, hearing this, will run out of the cart, mattock in hand.
Who can do an opening volley?
I think only Kyrian and Odia.
Yeah, I'm happy. Sorry. I guess I'm waiting. Kyrian just saw it first, correct?
Yeah.
Kyrian saw it first, yes.
So we've already agreed we're going for it, right? So it would make sense that he
Oh, and before anybody does opening volley, this is a thing of terror. So that means that there's 3 shadow points, and you can all roll for valor.
But I had hope that I could roll to this.
You do have, I believe, Aldia, I saw on yours that this is a possessed spirit type of creature.
I get the best of the 12-sided dice,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
which happen to be the exact same number, I think. Wait, no, hold on. Oh, never mind. I got it. That's good. It was the exact same number, but with the line under it, so it's either a 6 or a 9, but literally they're the opposite, so that's fun. So obviously I get a 9, not a 6, because I got both. I get the better one, right? So that's good. That was exhausting though, because looking at it inverse was just too much on top of everything else. So 9 plus 10, and I'm at a 15. I just made it.
Any 6s?
No Tanguars.
Okay, so you get to remove 1 shadow point, and you can use hope this round. Kyrian, let's go with you.
Okay.
Thank you, Aldia, for going first and being our guinea pig, my guinea pig, to learn this as well, and I appreciate all the attention you got as we were trying to figure out numbers. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being a safe space, you guys, and I didn't feel any negative tension, but I know that it was taxing, so thanks for your patience.
We're all still learning.
Yeah, we're all learning.
Thank you for keeping it neutral.
I did not pass. I got 10.
Okay, so you'll keep your 3 shadow points, and you cannot spend hope this round.
I also failed. I rolled a 13 and my target is 16.
Okay, so you also will keep the 3 shadow points and not be able to use hope this round. Okay. So with that, we move into opening volleys. How are we doing on time? Does anybody need a quick break before we get into this? We all doing good? Is it time? Let's do it. All right. So, opening volleys. I think Thrar, you're out. You don't have anything.
I don't have any ranged or thrown.
You're on the road. Oh, you have your Matic in both hands. So you're not really. Do you want to try to pick a rock up or?
No.
Okay.
I'll move myself to be in front of the other two.
So Aldia and Kyrian, let's start with Kyrian if you'd like to do an opening volley.
Yeah, so I have my archette bow.
Okay.
But, yes, and I will fire. So then I roll my combat proficiency. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Combat proficiency plus a 12-sided dice.
Got it.
Always get to roll a 12-sided dice.
Okay. That is 18. And I roll that against my strength number, right?
Your
Yes.
strength target. Yep.
My target number is 14, and I got an 18.
Any 6s?
No 6s.
Okay. So you hit it for what is your? I think I have it here. Your damage is.
4.
Use your archer bow of 4. Nice. Okay. 4. Aldia.
I'm doing my bow, and I get a 12-sided dice, so I have 3 6-sided dice and a 12-sided dice.
May I ask you something before you roll?
Yes,
Are you
that's why
rolling
I'm
this? Are you rolling this? This is not common knowledge to any of the other characters. Are you keeping your letter in your bag during this time?
I haven't gotten rid of it. But
So
it was
right-
in sand.
It's in sand. It's not in use right now unless you take it out.
I don't think, like in this situation, I think I'm not thinking. I think that unfortunately, I know, like, I would have taken it out a while ago, so I'll have to think about that next time I'm just dinking around in a bar.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
right now it's just like way too far from like even processing this. So no, I don't have it, unfortunately. Oh yeah. Okay. So an 8 and a 5. My bow skills. What was it going against? Strength.
Your strength target.
So I've definitely I passed it. So I had an 8, 5, 2, and a 4. So I just needed to get 16. No Tangwars, but definitely hit. I have a damage of 4, injury of 16.
All right, it's
Can I
going for
repeat
you.
that?
Nope, it's going for Kyrian. So, it actually doesn't have. Actually, it's not going to go for. It can. In its opening, because you guys haven't gone into close combat, it will. It's not going to. So it can't attack right now. So you hit it with an arrow right into, its side, and Kieran, you also, grazed it. These are superficial wounds. The one that grazes by his ear clips his ear, and the one that you got into his side, he just breaks it off and throws it to the side like it's nothing, and begins coming towards you. So we're now in close combat. And with that, what stances would you all like?
Thror will go to forward stance.
And is it? We have to be in close combat. Arian, what would you like?
You can actually, somebody can be in rearward if they want.
Because I would like to hit it one more time with my bow, even though that was superficial, because it's more powerful. So if I get one more shot in before close combat, that's what I'm aiming to do. And
Yeah,
maybe
that sounds good. I think I'm going to take a defensive stance.
Okay. So
like
with
maybe the horse's rear and take me with it, because they don't want to get eaten, right?
I would think you would have had to gotten off the horse to get to the cart to see what you saw on the cart. So you're next to the cart, but you're maybe protected by it. And Thror, I'm guessing you kind of went around to.
Yep. To the front.
Yep, to the front. So you got a little bit of coverage, and you are in a nice position for shooting your bow from behind the cart, Aldier.
Okay, so did Kyrian want to go first though this time?
We're gonna start, I believe, with forward is how we do it, and we move
Yep.
back.
Yep.
So now that you are all in positions for close combat, yeah, Thror, go ahead.
Okay, I will. So that's X. So I roll 1 with this. Oh boy! I rolled a 1 and a 2 on my success dice and an Eye of Sour.
Oh, yeah, what happened there? Walk me through. You're right up next to it. Why did you get the eye?
Yeah, it just rushed past me. I was not ready, and I ran from the cart as the 2 arrows hit it, and it started running forward, and it just blew right past me.
All right, Kyrian. Now with defensive, you're gonna roll 1 less dice than you normally would.
I forgot to roll that extra.
Oh, you have an
because I'm in
extra?
forward. Yep, because I'm in forward. It's another 2. It doesn't help.
So, Kieran, with your, if it attacks you, it's going to roll one less dice, and you will roll one less dice right now.
Okay, that's cool. Did not pass. It was a 7.
Okay. Aldier.
Do I need one less dice? No.
You're in the rearward. You have the ability to prepare a shot, which allows you to skip your combat, but then it gives you an extra dice in the next one.
I'm pretty good. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, Gandalf round 4, 2, and 2 puts me at well above 16. So and
you have a 4 on that, and then
damage of 4, injury of 16.
Injury of 16. So I need to do, and then actually, just to make sure. You'll add, I forgot this, everybody will add 1 to your target number because of its parry, but I don't think that makes a difference here. So for...
with the Gandalf rune, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And both of us missed, so...
Yeah.
Just want to make sure I get that out there. Okay, so it needs to roll now, and...
Fortitude.
That... What's your injury?
4.
No, injury. It can't be 4.
Oh, 16.
Okay, so it is, you hit it, but it was able to evade you with the piercing attack that you would have made, or of that nature. So you hit it, it brought the endurance down of it, the bow went in, and as it's going past Thrar, and it's kind of aiming at Kirian, you get the bow into its other shoulder, and it takes it, throws it out. So now it's the beast's turn, snarling and looking at all of you. And it's gonna spend a hate. And an action. And it's going to... Okay, so it spends a hate in action. So it has 2 actions, by the way, which you kind of learned from the last combat. So in its first action, it has a horror howl, and it lets this just awful, ear-haunting howl that fills the entire road, and you just see its mouth open larger than should be normal and close as its claws and its entire body shows its strength and ability of ferocity and torture and viciousness. And with this, you all need to do another valor test. This time it's against 1 shadow.
That is a fail.
Also failure.
Two 12-sided, 1 12-sided. We went over this already, but I don't
2.
know.
I think it's 2.
2 and the best of, and it is 1 dice in valor, 1 dice in wisdom, and 1 dice extra dice. Sorry. I got an Eye of Sauron, but I got a 6. It's better than an Eye of... In this situation, I get the better one.
Eye of Sauron is always the worst possible one you can get. So
and I'm not unfavored, so I get the better one.
Yeah, you get the better one.
Okay, good. Thank goodness. So thank you. So I got a 6 plus 5, 11, 18, because at plus 4, 19. I'm good. I got over my wits, was 15.
Okay, so this beast lets out this unearthly howl that echoes through the trees, echoes through your mind, pierces through your heart. And Thrar and Kirian, you each will keep your shadow, and you're both ill-favored in close combat the next round. It can do this one time, what it just did, so you don't have to worry about doing it again. It's kind of its main show. You are not in close combat, Aldier, and you rolled well, so you don't have to worry about it. So for its next action, it sees its effect that it has had on Thrar and Kirian, and it does a ferocious pounce. So it's going to spend another hate. It can pounce 20 feet and attack any stance, including rearward. So it jumps over the cart onto you, and we're going to see if it hits.
Onto you. Me? Who?
Actually, no, it just... Yeah, it's going to have to do an attack, so it's going to do a...
On top. Go.
Is that right? That's right. What's your parry rating?
Whose?
Yours.
Oh, okay. So, my parry is 19.
Oh, it just hit. So, it is able to jump over the cart with its great pounce, and with that, can you take a strength check of, athletics check?
Four. I take it. I get it.
Okay, so you're gonna take 5 points of endurance damage, and you're knocked prone. So he's on top of you, and that prone means that you would need to spend your next action to even get up, and you're kind of grappling and brawling at this point to stand back up.
We were already tired, right? So we have... I'm at 8 fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that means, but...
No, it's not your fatigue. You subtract from your current endurance.
Gotcha, right.
Good news is it doesn't have unlimited hate, and it has to spend hate to do these really crazy abilities, so it's not like it can do it forever.
Okay, so 17. I'm down to 17. Okay. So I will take that time to try to... Like, I am pinned by this snout that I asked for, like...
Yeah, so with...
It's like Hanzo when he's smelling food on you.
With that...
It's like really terrifying. Like the drool is getting all over me. I am like very much aware of... I shouldn't have wished for this, but this is crazy. And so I can't breathe. I feel almost like it's cracking my shoulder. Like, you know, right? My upper shoulder is just getting just compressed so hard. I feel like my collarbone's about to snap.
And as we go back to Kirian and Thrar, we did skip that you guys have additional actions. So did you want to move your positions with that additional action or do anything different?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so this is the scene that you're seeing. Walks out on the road. It's very scary. Thrar, you're heading up towards him. He dashes past you. Kirian, you did opening volleys and got some hits on him. Dashes past Thrar. Kieran, you missed a shot, and he leaps over onto Aldier, who had been getting a lot of hits. That's why he did it. Beforehand, he'd let out this really scary howl. So now he's got Aldier penned. With Aldier having gone last, we're going to go back to the forward position. Thrar, what would you like to do?
I would like to run up to it and try and hit it again. So that's this, and I get 3 because I moved forward. That's better. That's better. That is 10, 16. That's an 18 to hit. My target is 15. What's its parry?
Its parry is 1.
Okay, so I need to hit 16. That beats it, and I have 1 Tengwar.
Ooh, okay. So with your Tengwar, and you had a Matic, right?
Yep. Which counts as an axe.
Yeah, and with that, you get to... Notes are everywhere. With that, you get to do a heavy blow, if you like,
yep.
or a fend off.
Heavy
blow gives you that strength rating to add to your hit.
Mm-hmm.
And fend off allows you 1 extra dice to add to your... or actually, fend off adds 1 parry to your next close combat.
I will take the heavy blow. So that'll be 8 plus 5, so 13 damage.
So you really... Tell me what happened there. He's got Aldier penned down. You did a great hit on this.
He runs past me. I miss. He does the howling thing and then jumps on Aldier. I see him on the ground and not moving. So I run up and I swing for his, I suppose, calves. Like, try and take him off, like, hobble him, effectively.
You did. He lets out another howl, but not one that scares anybody. One that you've dealt some serious pain to him, and he is not. He's off center a little bit at this point. Kieran.
Yeah. So I think seeing the effect that Lar's attack had on him, I will also attempt an attack on the werewolf. I'm going to two-hand the long sword and swing at the wolf.
Okay.
So can I move from my defensive to maybe an open? Or,
yeah, that's
or even...
you have those 2 actions. One is an attack, and then the other one you can kind of move around and where you're at, or put weapons away, or take helmets off.
Okay. So I think I'm going to switch over to a forward stance.
Okay.
Take it another 1 off him for my damage because I'm using it two-handed. It's a two-handed weapon, so on a heavy blow, I add +1. So it would be 14, not 13.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and then can I add a 1d to the forward, or does the howl negate that?
The original thing of terror, you cannot spend any hope. No, as far as the forward, you can.
Yep.
Okay.
You can have that 1d always, because you're in the forward. You're closer up, you're in the fray.
Okay, I'm doing that. So, rolling a total of 4 dice. Woohoo! Gandalf rune.
Nice.
So a Gandalf rune, a Tengwar, and then 2 3s. So
Wow.
6, so 12. But yeah, Gandalf and 1 Tengwar.
Okay, so your longsword does here you are. It's a 5, and your strength rating is a 6. Did you want to do a heavy blow?
Is that my? So it's either that or the parry one, right?
You can also pierce with a sword.
Yeah, so you have a... Well, he will already have piercing. Pierce allows you to go up to piercing, which he already has with the
you're right.
Gandalf rune. So
You're
he's going to be able to do a heavy blow or a fend off with the parry. The heavy blow, you take your damage plus your rating, and that's the endurance amount that it does. And then we're going to satisfy if you actually did a piercing attack on it after that.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so that is...
And it is a fell longsword, so the injury rating is higher. It's
What is it?
It's a 20.
Right. Okay, so... You guys are so mean. That's gonna hit. So you did a... you have also wounded this creature with your longsword, so this is a great hit. This creature can have 2 wounds. So walk us through what happened here, because not only did you do about the same amount of very inspired by Thrar, but you've also done a piercing wound to this creature. What happened?
Yeah, so I saw Thrar aim his attack at his legs, which kind of just hobbled the creature, right? And so then, seeing that it was off balance, I charged in with both hands and just swung in at its side, and yeah, just with all my might, kind of a baseball crack.
Nice. So yeah, it gets the gash right across the soft part, and it's deep. It's not fatal, but it's real close. It's very close. Just maybe another inch deeper, and it would have just did him in. He may have a hard time even recovering from this, if he can recover from the battle at all. So, Aldier, this hulk of now what had happened is he had leaped over the cart, knocked you down, Thrar cut it in its calf, and it reared up, and Kyrian sliced it while it was reared up, and now it's coming back down.
Yeah, I'm like, I am super ruined from the first impact that it had. So, so I guess this is my chance to roll out.
You can do
getting my main body. It just was like really on. It knocked me all the way down and hit my shoulder, right, and then it reared back up, and I was able to kind of like do a really, life-saving tumble out, or a somersault kind of out of its grasp. And now can I change to my short sword in order to...
The reason why is you have a small action that you can do, and then an attack that you
I have a dagger.
So what you could do, some of the things you could do is
throw my dagger, I don't know, like somehow like figure out how to...
You can do a brawling attack to try to get out of its, essentially like its Caesar.
I guess if it's like rearing up, and I can kind of like, maybe I'm not gonna like.
You can try to attack it from your stance with a dagger. You can try to.
Yeah, realistically, I'm pushed down, right? And I'm just trying to like make sure that my body doesn't get completely ruined. And it would make sense if I was under it, that I would have already been reaching for a dagger to try to like, get this really tough-skinned creature off of me, right? In some kind of combat. So
you can also grab your short sword too, because what you have is you have your ability to switch out a weapon, I believe, and then the ability to attack.
Yep.
So, and when you're in this type of position, you can use a brawling to get out of the area that you're in. If you're successful, be like, "Hey, get off of me, buddy," and then bring out a weapon.
So the somersault move would be considered brawling, or would I have to require myself to push?
So you can swap weapons, and in addition to that, you can either get out or attack, if I understand Lord Guide correctly.
Yes, you have the ability to attack, and you have the ability to switch out weapons, and you can do those in any order that you want. And then on top of that,
So what was wrong with my description the first
nothing,
time?
just letting you know your options. So you can use a dagger, you can use a sword, or you can say, get off of me,
I
bud.
said that I rolled out and I wanted to change to my short sword.
So you can do that, but you can't
No.
also attack. You can't also attack. You can get out or attack, and you can swap to your sword.
Gotcha. So if I don't brawl, I could just stab. I could just attack. Is that correct? Like, because it lifted off of me. Am I allowed to just grab my sword and attack instead of
You are.
moving?
You are. So when they're doing their business, you could be getting your sword out if that's what you want to do.
Sam and Shelob style.
Yeah, because rolling at this point seems counterintuitive and too much work. Probably. Let's just say that, right? Because now I know it's 2 maneuvers. Sorry, but lessons learned. I don't want to take more time to die. It was on me. I could have died. So I want to attack as much as possible.
Okay.
Right. I'm vulnerable because I'm on my back as a warrior person. So it's mainly just.
You have the ability to spend hope too. The other two do not, because you passed your test.
Right. Okay. So I would like to spend a hope because I'm pretty. I mean, it's still scary. Still really scary. So, I have 2 6-sided dice and swords, and you guys are saying that I can change my weapon and attack.
Yep.
Or not.
Yes.
Okay. So I go for my.
Assuming you would change your weapon first.
Well, I would assume that the bow got knocked down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Out of my
probably.
hand, right?
Yeah. No,
Like-
I'm being pedantic about mechanics of which of these 2 actions you do first.
It's great.
Yeah.
Great. So yeah. So like Funzix, I definitely dropped the thing. We're making sure that everything is in sequential order, which is my hands were free because my bow got out of my hands. My ability to hold my body and then realize that I have breath in my last breaths, whether it comes down on me or not, is more so I want to take it out too. So I grab my sword, which is on me, and with all my strength, try to, bash or gut it. And I'm rolling a hope. I used a hope, so I get a 12 and 3 6-sided dice.
Yep.
I got 2 Tangwars and a Gandalf rune. 2.
I don't need to do the math on that. He only had 1 endurance left.
Nice.
Yes.
So
You probably could have gotten them with the sewing needle.
That is like
LDA, you're-
like rad. I'm so pumped right now.
your point of view. Tell us what happened.
Oh my gosh. I am just scheming I'm just like okay, so I have a little Cinderella like lineage. So there's definitely just this spark of like you've never met this this elven proud, almost dark, dissatisfaction with this whole this is my job. My job is to get you off the planet. You're a grime, you are soot, you are not supposed to be in this world, right? So I'm just a little scary, but also extremely good still. So this is monumentous. Honestly, it's so heavy it drags me forward after you guys see this because it's stuck and it's big, so it dies, and I'm weak because of my arm, and I practically fall on this thing. From satisfaction to sheer gravity and thing, I end up just falling straight onto this hairy, gross, nasty beast, and I'm just all of a sudden out of my happy zone, and I'm like, ugh, just get away. I'm not happy to hug it. It's gross. It is furry and complex and it's just so gross. So I pop I like, I roll over, and I'm kind of like, I guess like not trying to be wounded and trying to get up from this experience. So if you saw it, I gleamed, then I fell clumsily, then I'm just trying to lick my own wounds because that was too much. Like my chest feels like it's gonna pop, and I'm a little bit less flowy all of a sudden.
Wow.
So, I don't know.
Put you guys right about here, I think.
Catching a breath.
Okay, so yes, that was quite the scene of everybody working together to bring this down. So as the beast collapses off to the snows, Aldier, falls on it and gets, there's tuft and fur and blood and entrails and disgust. You're standing up, bloodied, with your partners, looking down at this, and steam is rising from its wounds. They're thin and gray. Its chest heaves one more time, and then it stills. The shape of this beast does not change. There is no return. There's no man revealed beneath the hide of it. But as the firelight from one of your torches catches its face, the eyes, once burning with that sick yellow rage, soften. For a heartbeat, it seems almost human, clouded not by hate, but by calm. A simple release. A light snow begins to fall, and to take drifting over the fur and claws, covering the horror of what was and what will be forgotten. What would you like to do?
I gather my wits and I say thank you for saving me to Thar and Kirian.
That was quite an unexpected fight, but we're all still standing and in one piece.
Yes, I'm very happy that we were able to survive the night and this beast. But it worries me that if such a beast is awoken and roaming these lands, what worse things could have also been awoken? And in what peril could our friends be as well, if this is what we're encountering?
As you consider these thoughts, you look at this and wonder who its master is or was. Sauron has not been heard of and thought destroyed by most, except for maybe the White Council.
I think after a check that all of my being is intact, I kind of return to look at this amazing, crazy creature. I don't really want to be like vicinities wise. It was obviously the adrenaline is coming off, but at the same time, the sheer insanity of this anatomy of this creature is just, I'm still very much just mesmerized by our defeat. I think I'm about to say we're so much better than I was expecting us to be. Look at what we did.
Thor, what about you? What are you doing?
Thrar is probably poking at it to make sure it's dead with the head of his mattock. I don't think we should leave it out in the snow like this. There's plenty of wood we can salvage from the cart. I suggest we burn it.
Yes, I agree. I guess I do wonder what prompted the attack on this cart. It doesn't seem just like any old merchants from Dale. With the amount of gold here, maybe some sort of envoy? I don't know. It seems very important.
It does. And they are quite far, and the men of Dale are not known to trade often with any of the settlements in Eriador.
No.
It is very strange.
I say I'm gonna crack these things out of this monster. And then, I mean, or we could behead it and put it on a pike and then burn the rest of the body. And I want this to be known that we took down this werewolf. So, if we're gonna burn it, I'm taking the teeth. Do you guys want to cut the head off and put it on like a stick? Like, warn people on the road that there are these things. This is a real problem. Yeah.
Tar is already tearing bits of wood from the cart.
Then I realize that you guys are really disturbed by me.
Hearing's not.
You're gonna burn it, right? You guys are just gonna burn it. Like, you guys agreed that you guys are just gonna burn it, which is like not good enough for me. I need to take this thing back. So I am a creep and so sorry. So I take it and I try to like hit. Oh, this is so bad. But I don't judge me. You guys make things too, so this is gross. But you know,
I noticed the energy and the focus that you have on focus and doing what you're gonna do to the werewolf. So seeing the passion that you have for that, Kyrian decides not to get in the way of that and just figures that it might be some sort of old ancient elven hatred or ritual against dark things. So I just help with collecting wood for the fire.
All right, so in this, I've got a couple of questions.
Please clarify.
Aldia, backing up a little bit, you said you wanted to kind of inspect this thing. Could you do a scan check?
Yes. Oh, Gandalf rune and a 1, which
Boy,
makes me only at 11, which is 15 now.
it's just raining Gandalf tonight. What are we in the Shire?
Yeah.
It's the
I'm
fireworks.
in my zone. I'm like, honorable story. Yes. Like,
Okay. So you got a Gandalf rune.
Yeah.
What you any Tangwars?
Wait, sorry. The Gandalf rune is 100% success rate, and no tank runners. No.
So, as you're looking at this massive beast and you're seeing the gashes from the other party members and from your sword, you're noticing something particular in its skin and in its flesh that is not half-hearted or from battles, but you're seeing scars that are precise, that you've seen from healers before that have been doing healing with people, but you see these very precise, intentional scarring, and from it you see the black, veiny, what you would think of as something unnatural or evil pouring from these scars throughout its entire body. Do you want to share this with anybody?
Well, am I not allowed to touch it anymore? Because wouldn't, like, is it like that cows, like the cows utter, like that, is that sickness that happens with, now I'm regretting my choices. But, I mean, sorry, nobody else sees how gross, I mean, it's a huge creature, right? Like, I mean.
Have you shared what you've seen with them?
Sorry, you're saying that it was injected by somebody on purpose? Like healers is kind of counterintuitive to a witchcraft because it has blackness in it. Was it trying to extract the grossness out of itself? Or is this thing pure evil? I mean, it's a werewolf, right? Like, you just said in the story, Gar just said in the story, is that this is men being experimented on. So I'm seeing, okay, hey guys, these are the evil doers, Sauron's, you know, like, look at his experiments are so awful. This poor man became such an incredibly horrid beast.
So you're letting everybody know. So everybody can roll lore.
Just pass, no tingers.
Also just passed, no tingler.
Aldia? Nope, we lost your volume.
I mean, I just had a 10, so that wouldn't go against 15.
Okay. So you share this with Thrar and Kyrian, and the kind of sharing notes and talking and discussing this a little bit. It is understood that this would not be something from Sauron, because Sauron used spiritual elements with how he would transform men into werewolves, but this is more likely somebody who's trying to emulate Sauron, or be like Sauron, or learn from Sauron, or try to experiment in these ways.
So this is not an original werewolf. This is like a Frankenstein.
Much more dangerous. Yeah.
Do you guys think that this is magical, or this is an experiment done recently?
Werewolves. Oh, go ahead.
I'll say if it is magical, it's a very dark sort. It's a kind. It's a very evil kind. Someone seeking to get, to gain something for themselves from it.
I'm feeling less interested in these teeth because I'm getting a little disappointed in my discovery. So let's just burn it and go. Like, I'm helping with the wood now all of a sudden, but listening, you guys.
All right. Are we all good with burning it? Is there any more discussion to be had about this creature?
No.
Okay. So you create a pile, and you burn this, and in this there is a feeling of resolve, some heaviness, and some curiosity. What sort of person would do this? What sort of person would make such a thing? Who was its master? And as you begin walking down the east road, You see, because it's now about mid-afternoon, it's still very gray, very dark winter kind of a day, but you see in the distance the large hill and tower of the fallen watchtower of Amansul. You're maybe 3 to 5 miles away from it. You can see this just in the mist. And in it, you see a light. There's a fire up there. Who could be up there? And that is the end of tonight's adventure. Happy Halloween with the werewolf.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I hope you guys had a good time.
It was fantastic.